Wow. What even was that Cowboys game? They won. Yes. But they won in overtime. The defense was atrocious. I don't know how they did it. They got the win. But if this is the Dallas team that struggles against the Giants of all teams, this is not going to be another good season. How does the same team that keep it close with the reigning Super Bowl champions a week ago keep it close to the Giants, who didn't even get a single touchdown in against the Commanders that same week? This is the same Giants team that ran over you and scored 37 points on your ass, and led by a quarterback who threw for over 400 yards, maybe even more than that. You let Russell Wilson and the Giants offense just steamroll you throughout the entirety of the game, and you are lucky that you are leaving out of here with a win. But this was not a win to be proud of. I'm in disbelief that they pulled it off. But I'm also not optimistic. That game basically shattered my hopes for this team this year. They got lucky because they were at home. They were able to keep it. They kept it competitive. The defense came in clutch at the right time. But that doesn't change the fact that this defense is awful. It is completely just ass. And now you got Chicago on the road next week, which we will be live for, and I will be watching. I wasn't able to watch this game because it was during the noon hour. I was at church. We were out for some family time together, but I was listening in on a watch party's audio. And dear God, this Cowboys team has got to step up on defense, because otherwise, we're not going to be as lucky. Especially since we've got teams like the Chiefs, the Eagles again, and hell, even the Commanders. Like, everybody in the division apparently is going to give us struggles. Not to mention the other hot teams like the Chargers, the Chiefs, the Lions, even the Packers now I'm worried about. Because I don't see them winning this game at all in 2 weeks. But that's a whole nother story for next week. Let's focus on this game. We are here for the Super Bowl rematch. It is the rematch of Super Bowl 49. 49? No, 59. I can't do Roman numerals in my head. Anyways, rematch of Super Bowl 59. We got the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to Gayhawk Field and Arrowhead to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. And so far, the Eagles have already got a touchdown on their ass. Eagles leading at 7-0 after Saquon Barkley got into the end zone for the score. And now here's the kickoff to the Chiefs. The return will be down inside the 30-yard line. And here comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. But again, though, this Dallas team, Jesus Christ. Cardiac Cowboys lift up to their name once again. That's really the only thing I can say at this point. First down for the Chiefs offense. They start with a handoff to Isaiah Pacheco. Eagles thought the ball came out, but Pacheco was down. Brings up a second down and about 9. All right, second down and 8. They give Pacheco a gain of 2, and, well, I think a timeout was taken. Either that or we're at the end of the first quarter. Wow, we're at the end of the first quarter. Wow, I missed the entirety of the first quarter all because the Cowboys-Giants game went into overtime, and I just now caught the tail end of the first quarter. So even if I was able to be home on time, y'all would have just witnessed my live reaction to the Cowboys overtime period, which I guess in a way is a good thing. Would have been a good thing, and would have been some quality entertainment, but damn. The whole reason the Cowboys won that game, and I'm just going to say it right now, Russell Wilson just threw one bad pass over the middle to Donovan Wilson for the interception. That got the Cowboys into field goal range. They were able to run the clock down and send Aubrey for a 46-yard attempt in the clutch to give them the win. But again, it is a win, so I will enjoy it. But this is not a win to be hopeful for. Again, the Cowboys just got lucky. But if they have these kinds of struggles against the Giants, and I can't stress that enough, the freaking Giants, who were garbage in pretty much the entirety of the last 2 years, 3 years. Every time we've seen the Giants face off against Dallas, with the exception of the very first installment of the battle that we did in year 1, when they were on the road in MetLife, for a Monday night game. That was the only time that it was potentially close. Although, hell, even last year's road meeting in MetLife was close, sealed by an interception. But for the most part, the Cowboys have just been able to steamroll the Giants easily. Not today. It was way too close for my heart to take. This game right here that I just witnessed is proof and great reasoning why this team should never have gotten rid of Micah. Now he's thriving in Green Bay, and here we are struggling defensively. We can stop the run, which is good, but what good is stopping the run if you can't stop the passing attack? It makes no sense. Also, yes, I'm wearing the same shirt as I was a few streams ago. Don't judge me. But I just don't understand it, man. I just don't understand it. They got lucky, but this genuinely could have ended in a Giants victory. 2nd and 8, Mahomes throws over the middle. Pass is caught by Travis Kelce for a first down near midfield. Oh, man. There's going to be a lot to talk about for this one. And again, they got a team like they got a Chicago team coming up next week on the road. Needless to say, it might not be a good week for me next week. On first down from the 49, Mahomes' pass goes right to the ground. Boy, Chiefs right now are really struggling here against Philly. Oh, good Lord. And Butker had apparently missed the field goal from during the first quarter that I missed. On second down, Mahomes pump fakes a couple times, now holds on to it. He's going to run. He's got a lot of room. Mahomes inside the 30 for a first down. That's one of the perks for Mahomes. He can carry the football if with his legs and running for a good carry if his offense can't be productive. Look, if no receivers get open like that, he can carry it himself for first down. He's a mobile quarterback for a reason. On first down here's a carry by Kareem Hunt. Doesn't get much on that one, just maybe a single yard at best. And they give him 2. All right, second down and 8. Back to Pacheco on the ground, and he gets swallowed up by the Eagles defense. Third down coming up. It's going to be third down and 8. On third down, they got Mahomes for a sack. Boy. That ain't going to be good for my opponent's fantasy team, run by freaking Adam, who is just... It's a close game between me and him right now, but now it's going to come down to the leg of Harrison Butker here. He missed one in the first quarter. And the kick is good. Butker gets some redemption. And yet another reason why Fox's new score bug is bad. It wasn't even displaying when Butker kicked that field goal. But it does show up here. Field goal's good. That's points for me as I started Harrison Butker over Jake Elliott. The Eagles defense will lose some points as they allowed 3 points already. I will say this week in fantasy started off pretty rough for me. Karen Williams, Calvin Austin didn't do much for me. And, boy, how's this for an episode of fucking damn it? I had Jared Goff and Jameson Williams on my bench after they struggled against Green Bay last week. Little did I know that Goff would throw for 23 yards, 334 yards, 23 completions for 334 yards, 5 passing touchdowns for Jared Goff. 5! Meaning I should have started him over freaking Jaden Daniels. Not to mention that Jameson Williams had 2 receptions for 108 yards and a score. And I bench him too. Because again, I just didn't trust him against Chicago. But I should have listened to what I said at the end of Monday night's game. The Bears are who we thought they were. I should have listened. Thankfully, though, those are the only 2 big names that are on the bench that would have scored big for me. Jake Elliott so far is just 1 point for his extra point that he made after the Saquon touchdown. Breece Hall, thank God I benched him. Only got 10 carries for 29 yards and 2 receptions for 9 yards. Only 5.8 points. But dear God. This makes me wish I would have put Brock Bowers in for my tight end instead of Hunter Henry. 1 reception for 9 yards, so at least he scored points, but not a lot. 1.9. Calvin Austin, who I replaced Nico Collins for, one reception for 22 yards, so he scored 3.2 points. Kyron Williams started off rough, but he did pick up the pace a little at the end. 17 carries for 66 yards and 2 receptions for 14 yards. Total of 10 points even. And like I said, though, at least Jaden Daniels salvaged his day. Kickoff return for the Eagles is down to the 24-yard line. However, despite those red numbers, I got lucky with some of my players. Javonte Williams, who I picked up after last week's game against Philadelphia, because I had hope in that running back. 18 carries for 97 yards, one rushing touchdown, and 6 receptions for 33 yards for 25 points. It's crazy. We'll get into the rest of the fantasy team players for me in a second. On first down for Philadelphia, Hurts throws, pass is caught by Slayton. That's not Slayton, that's Jahan Dotson. Jesus Christ. I'm so used to saying Slay because that's the defensive player for Philly who was wearing the number 2, but now that goes to Jahan Dotson. Dotson will pick up 5, second down. And oh boy, easily the man who scored the most points for me on my team, Jamar freaking Chase. I'll go into hit stats in a second right now. Here's a 2nd and 5 for Philadelphia from the 28-yard line, and multiple flags are going to fly, and there was a whole bunch of movement on Philly's end. False start on the Eagles. So that's going to be 2nd down and 10 now. Completely negated the reception by Dotson. Jamar Chase, 14 receptions for 165 yards and a score. Grand total, 36.5 fantasy points. Not to mention George Pickens. He started off rough, but he pulled through in the end. 5 receptions for 68 yards and a score for 17.8 points. Those 3 players have kept me into the mix of things against my opponent here. 2nd down and 10. Hurts with all kinds of time. Now throws. Barkley makes the catch. He tightropes down the sideline for a first down. Oh my God, and the scorebook for Fox is gone again. Man, they are really inconsistent with that new scorebook that they got going. Not a lot is displayed on there, but Jesus Christ. I don't know what's wrong with their new scorebook to where there have been moments to where it's vanished and just not shown up at all. It's back on the screen, but Jesus Christ. 3rd down and 6 now for Philly. From their own 29, play clock at 1, they just get this off. Hurts with all kinds of time, now running out, he's going to run, and just going to barely get the first down. But there is a flag as well. Oh, holding on, I believe that's Cam Jurgens of the Eagles. So that's going to negate the Hurts run. That's going to be 3rd down, and I believe, what is it, 3rd down and 15? Yeah, 3rd and 15. So the Eagles didn't pick up, so the first down pickup by Hurts gets erased. It's 3rd and 15 for Philly. Backed up to the 19-yard line. 1 for 4 on 3rd down conversions in this game so far. Hand off to Barkley. He's got a long way to go. Only going to get to the 25-yard line. He won't even be close. And the Eagles will have to punt this away. Chiefs get themselves a good stop for themselves for once. Right, man to punt it away. Chiefs awaiting the return. Kick is away. Steps back all the way inside the 5. He hesitates a little bit before taking off for a return. Inside the 30, and he's down at the 30. Some small tensions flaring on the sideline, but they get de-escalated. The Chiefs will have a first down, I believe, inside their own 25-yard line. No, inside their own 30. To the 32-yard line in just a moment. So like I was saying, stats so far for my fantasy team. So Jaden Daniels, should have started Goff over him, but I didn't. Luckily, I started Goff in the other fantasy league I'm in, and I'm destroying my opponent right now. Let's see. Jane Daniels scored 19.7 for me. Kyron Williams only scored 10, but better than some of the other players I've started. Javonte Williams with 25 even. Jamar Chase, easily the best player of the team so far for me with 36.5. Calvin Austin, Hunter Henry, we won't go over them. George Pickens, 17.8 points after getting a clutch score in the end of the fourth quarter. Harrison Butker, while he had missed the field goal earlier in the first quarter, he has redeemed himself and made a 50-plus yarder to put me at 4 points. Would have been 5 if he didn't miss his last one. Don't know what the official distance on that one was because I missed it. And the Denver defense, they're only at 4 points right now because they've allowed 13 points on the frickin' Colts. Now, as for my other league, it's a 2-quarterback league, so one of the flex spots allows you to start 2 quarterbacks if you want to. So far, I started Jared Goff, which I'm glad I did because he scored 47.3 points in that league. James Cook, 26.5, with his stats being 132 rushing yards, 2 rushing scores, 1 reception for 3 yards, but that pales in comparison. T. Higgins, 14.6 with 3 receptions for 56 yards in the score. Of course, the aforementioned George Pickens, I've also got him on that team. 5 receptions for 68 yards and a score for 17.8 points. Yet to start, have Mika Egbuka for Tampa Bay, the rookie receiver. Egbuka, however you say the dude's name, I do apologize, but he's starting tomorrow night. T.J. Hawkinson, J.J. McCarthy I've got in there. Those will be playing tonight. James Conner right now at 4.6. My kicker is Chris Boswell with 12 points scored. And the defense I chose between the Buffalo and the Cincinnati defense, I chose the Buffalo defense, and they scored 10 points for me. Currently, I'm at 143.8 points, and I'm projected to break the 200-point mark if all goes well with my other players and with all my other players tonight. So here's hoping that I can win fantasy in both of my leagues. Because right now it's projected that I'm going to win them both. But let's just see what happens. Chiefs pick up a first down after a reception to Hollywood Brown. And they just picked up another one with Kareem Hunt. So 2 straight first downs for Kansas City so far. I would just love for the Eagles defense to keep allowing points. Meanwhile, the Eagles defensive player has to the sideline. He's holding his left hand in pain. See what injury developments unfold for him. Right now, first down for the Kansas City offense at the 48-yard line of Philly. Here's Hunt. He'll only get 2 yards, maybe 3. Good Lord. Mahomes' throws, as they're apparently showing on this graphic, have either been good ones, but with bad results, or just simply overthrows to receivers. Mahomes has been surprisingly struggling right now. But he's been throwing the football pretty quick. 2.5 seconds before he throws the football is the speed he's going at. 2nd and 7. Pass is tipped into the air and incomplete. Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. That is going to be 3rd down and 7. Who broke it up? I think that was... Oh. Don't tell me that was Jalen Carter. No, that was Davis. Davis number 9. I was about to say, I don't think Carter's in for this game. Probably for the best, too. All right, here's a 3rd down and 7 from the Eagles' 45. Mahomes steps back with some time. Wide open. Kareem Hunt now running out of room. He's only going to pick up 3 yards. If Hunt didn't hesitate there, I think he would have picked up enough for the 1st down. That hesitation cost him. Only a gain of 3 by Hunt. That's going to bring up a 4th down, and they're going to have to kick a field goal. Either that or they're going to have to punt it away because they're too far back. Dang. Wait, they're keeping the offense out there? Oh, boy, they're going for this. Oh, my God, they're going for this. 4th down and 4 at the 42-yard line. They are going to keep the offense out. They're going to try it. Unless they're trying to get the Eagles. No, they're going for it. Mahomes throws. Kelsey has got it. And down inside the 25-yard line. 1st down, Kansas City. Wow, they took a big risk there. But Mahomes to Kelsey, that connection, it was a low catch as well by Kelsey. But he's able to haul it in, and they keep the drive alive. Holy crap, that connection continues to work for these two players. Mahomes and Kelsey still never fails. Now from the 24-yard line. Hunt is in the backfield. Or is that Pacheco? No, it's Pacheco in the backfield. He gets the handoff. Brought down to the 21. Gain of 3. 2nd down. Oh, man. And, of course, they get to talk about Travis Kelce on a graphic. 3-time Super Bowl champion. Third most receiving yards by a tight end in NFL history. Of course, they got to highlight his noteworthy accomplishments. I just feel like this dude's time has passed, with all due respect. Although maybe not, considering they converted on that 4th down play. 2nd down and 6 from the 20 as the Chiefs are approaching the red zone. Quick throw from Mahomes. He's got Noah Gray. And only a gain of 2 as he's down to the 19-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. Or 5, excuse me. 3rd down and 5. Just over 4 minutes left in this first half. Wow. Third down and 5 from the 19-yard line. Eagles bring up blitz. Mahomes in trouble. A flag is down as Mahomes gets sacked. Mahomes takes a sack, but let's check the penalty. And meanwhile, Hollywood Brown limping as he gets to the sideline. So there were offsetting penalties because there was holding on both teams. So the penalties offset. They replay 3rd and 5. Mahomes tries to run, trucks a man, and picks up a 1st down. using the shoulder pads to disregard an Eagles defender and pick it up. Get mossed! My God! What a truck by Mahomes to bring that defender down. Holy crap, Mahomes picks up the first down. Now they're at the 13-yard line. Under 3 to go in this first half. Mahomes steps back. Under some pressure. He's going to run again. Mahomes! Touchdown, Kansas City! There he goes again, using his legs to get into the end zone, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. Oh my goodness! 2 times the Eagles have been unable to stop that quarterback run from Mahomes. Wow. That's amazing. Extra point by Harrison Butker to give them a 3-point lead. Right down the middle. Chiefs now up 10-7. And now the Eagles have allowed 10 points. That's going to cost my opponent's defense some more points. Would be at 4 right now if they didn't get that sack, but they're currently at 5. Wow. What a ball game this is starting to become, folks. 10-7. Chiefs are now on top after Mahomes carries it with his legs. First to pick up actually carried it twice himself. First to pick up the first down for the Chiefs, and then Mahomes on the second run takes it to the house, into the end zone. Chiefs are now up by 3. Man, oh man. Got a good battle unfolding here, folks. Ooh, well, and my opponent right now is very disappointed that he didn't start Bo Nix over Josh Allen. While the Bills may have won big 30-10 against the Jets earlier today, Josh Allen really didn't do much. It was all in the running game. Allen's stats, 14 completions for 148 yards, and 6 carries for 59 yards, but he never threw for a touchdown because he didn't need to. James Cook did all the work. Because, again, he had 132 yards for 2 rushing scores and then 1 reception for 3 yards. But, again, James Cook did a majority of the work for the scoring for the Bills. So, again, there wasn't really much need for Allen to do anything. Maybe have a couple carries here and there for himself. But he never threw it into the end zone at all. And that's who my opponent started over Bo Nix, who is killing it right now. 12 completions for 115 yards and 3 touchdowns for Nix. 3 scores already. And he's on the bench for my opponent. Honestly, though, I'm glad he put Nix on the bench. Right, here's the kickoff to Philly. Return from inside the 5. And brought down inside the 20 to the 22-yard line is Mechie. Wow. All right, here we go. Also, ignore that big pile. That'll get put into the laundry soon enough. Better get my Crocs here. First down for the Eagles as they start from their own 23-yard line. Here's a handoff to Saquon Barkley. Brought down at the 30-yard line, and the flag comes down at the end of the play. There we go. Shoes up. Oh, Chris Jones called for defensive holding. First down, Eagles. .235 left and counting. Eagles will have to run one more play before the 2-minute warning. Play clock is ahead of the game clock by 10 seconds or so. First down from the 34. Chiefs bring up blitz. Hurts out to his right. He's going to run. He's got some room. Hurts will pick it up and go out of bounds. Stops the clock at 2:04. Now, never mind. They're going to have to run another play before we get to the 2-minute warning. Or they don't. They just run it down. Okay, never mind. 2-minute warning. Completely thought that they were going to have to run one more before that 2-minute warning, but they just let it run down for some reason. I mean, Hurts did step out. I don't see why they let it run. All right, well, 2 minutes are remaining, folks. So now y'all are probably wondering, for fantasy's sake, although you're probably not, how many points has my opponents of each league scored? So like I said, my opponent has had Josh Allen. He's got Aston Janty, which won't play until tomorrow night. Trey Hendrickson is one who he had, but he didn't do much, only 6 points. He's got Drake London, who's starting tonight. Zay Flowers, decent stats, 14.9 points. Tyler Warren only has 1 reception for 41 yards. He did get a carry, but he didn't pick up any yardage. His biggest player, though, Rome Odunze. My God, despite losing to the Lions, this dude's stats are insane. 7 receptions for 128 yards, 2 touchdowns, giving my opponent 31.8 points for Odunze. Thankfully, though, that's his only bright spot. Tyrone Tracy, he had only 9.1 points. Cam Little, the Jaguars kicker, is who he had as his. Made 1 field goal from inside 20 yards. Made another one from inside 40, and all 3 of his extra points for a total of 10 points. And his defense right now is currently the Eagles' defense, and they've allowed 10 points, and they've gotten a sack on Mahomes. So 4 points for the number of points allowed for Philly, which is right now 10. And 1 sack will put him at 5. Thing is, though, if the Eagles allow 3 more points, or 4 more points, I should say, that 4 points for points allowed is actually going to go down to, I think, 1. Yeah, it will. He's going to lose another 3 points if the Eagles allow 4 more points. All right, well, here we go. First down for the Eagles coming out of the 2-minute warning. They're at the 45-yard line. Eagles taking a lot of time here on the getting themselves set. Little high snap. Hurts looking all kinds of time. He's taking a deep shot. Way overthrown. And they're going to throw a flag. Watson on Devontae Smith. They're going to throw this flag very late at the end. There is going to be interference here. Well, they pick it up. They pick up the flag. There's no PI here. So they originally were going to give the... They were originally going to call a PI penalty, but instead they pick up the flag because there was no interference to be found. So it is an incomplete pass. It brings up second down. 1:52 left. Again, they're taking a lot of time. Hurts throws quickly. Pass is caught by A.J. Brown. Brought down to the Chiefs' 48-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 3 with 1:40 left and counting. Okay. 3rd down and 3. Hurts throws. One-hander snag. A.J. Brown with one hand snags it out of the grip of a Chiefs defender, and he'll pick up the first down. Oh, man, what a catch. Eagles going quick. First down from the Chiefs' 44. Under a minute to go. All 3 timeouts still intact. Hurts, quick throw, throws it away. Was under a lot of pressure. Had a lot of Chiefs players right in his face. Well, what a one-handed snag by A.J. Brown to pick up that first down. That was good. Thing of beauty right there. All right, second down. 50 seconds left. Clock is stopped because it was an incomplete pass. Still from the 44. Play clock winding down. They got to get this off. And I don't think that... No, they're not going to get this off. Are they going to get the delay of game, or did they call a timeout? They called the timeout. Ugh, they were not ready in time. Eagles have to use their first timeout. $50 seconds left. Timeout Eagles, they take a TV timeout. All right, so Eagles had to use their first timeout. Again, they were not ready in time. And they're going to need some time. They had to use a timeout to regroup, so. All right, let's do one thing real quick. I'm going to deactivate the camera for this. Give me 1 second here, guys. Had another ear itch, so I had to scratch that. I didn't want to show that on camera because that is disgusting. list, the Steelers, man. Poor Snark. After taking down the Jets in a close one last week, they lose embarrassingly to the Seahawks. All right, second down coming out of the timeout. 50 seconds left for Philly. Hurts steps back. Under some pressure, runs out of time. Hit as he throws. Caught by Brown, and I think the forward progress will give him a cut. No, it's just going to give him 1 yard. Guess that wasn't where he came down with it. Only a gain of 1. It's going to be third down and 9. Was another timeout called? Appears so. Not sure who, because I didn't hear it, and I can't play the game audio for obvious reasons. Ironic that they show a little Caesar's commercial with George Kittle in it, and he's in IR right now. Last week it was Brock Purdy. This week it's Kittle. 49ers just can't escape the injury bug. And it was the Chiefs that used the timeout themselves. So Chiefs used their first timeout. It's a 3rd and 9 for Philly. 39 seconds left in this first half. They're now at the 43-yard line of the Chiefs. On third down, quick throw from Hurts, caught by Brown. Did he get enough? The officials are saying no. Gain of 8. It looks like he's going to be just shy of the first down marker. Wow, by a half a yard, he doesn't get it. So it's going to be 4th down. Let's see here. Looks like the Eagles are taking a timeout, and it's another instance where the scoreboard for Fox is off the screen again. So I think the Eagles used their second timeout. And they sure did. Oh, they let the clock run down with 2 seconds left. Oh, Jesus, they're bringing out Jake Elliott for this. They are going for the field goal now. 2 seconds left. This is going to be a pretty far kick for Elliott. His career long has been from 61 yards, and he's made that distance twice. Distance here is a 52-yard attempt. This to tie the game at the half. And a flag is down, and this is not going to help. I saw one official signal false start, and if it is a false start, they'll be 5 yards back, and it is a false start. So they'll be 5 yards backwards. They'll be 5 yards further out. So now it's going to become a 57-yard attempt for Elliott. Again, if he makes this game will be tied at halftime. Here we go. They make it 58. From 58 yards out to tie the game. Good snap, good hold. Kick is good. We are tied at the half. From 58 yards out, Elliott delivers. This game is tied at halftime. Wow. What a first half this has become. Now, as for who starts with the football first in the second half, I believe it might be the Eagles that'll get it. I'm not sure. They didn't inform us of that. Oh, Jesus. Down to 1 point for my Denver defense because they allowed 20 points. Golly. All I can hope is that the Eagles defense does just as badly as the Denver one. Should I not have cut the Rams defense? It would have gotten me 9 points, man. Why did I cut that defense for Calvin Austin, man? That was potentially the biggest mistake I think I could have made this week. I still got a sizable lead, but my God. Well, what can you do, honestly? That's fantasy football for you. You really never know what's going to happen every single week. So, there's not much really to say, honestly. All right, well, time to give you folks at home a little dose of chair cam. Because I got a couple dishes here. No, not dishes here. I'm going to get myself some ice cream real quick. Finished the strawberry vanilla one earlier today, so I'm going to get some vanilla one. Bluebell vanilla, man. The goat of ice cream flavors. All right, I'll be right back. Chair cam, right back at you. Well, that be back soon screen is going to be redundant because that'll rarely be used. Figured I would implement a chair cam. Yes, I was inspired by Tom Grossi to do this, by the way. Yeah, I'm weird like that. But can you blame us? Tom Grossi's done so much to inspire us football streamers, so not really much we can say or do about it. I mean, I owe it all to Tom. The guy has flat out been in the clutch for all of us streamers. Alright, and here's my ice cream. Bluebell vanilla, the goated flavor. I don't know how they make this so freaking good, but it's even better with Chips Ahoy cookies, but I finished those recently. Oh, man. Never go wrong with this flavor. Probably won't be long now until the third quarter starts. Well, these commercial breaks really drag on, especially during halftime, man. I swear, I've seen like 10 commercials here in these last 2 minutes. It's ridiculous. Boy, I tell you. So it's like these commercials just never end. There's the copyright claim for the NFL, so we are ready to start the second half. Finally. Get back to some more football action. All right, so close game between these two teams at the half. We're all tied up at 10 apiece. Let's see who gets the football to start this second half. Well, it looks like it's going to be the Chiefs that'll start with the football. So the Eagles start with the first half. All right, well, Chiefs will start with it. Away we go, and we continue from Kansas City. Return from the 5. Brought down to near the 30 to the 27-yard line. And back to work go the Chiefs. All right, first down from the 27. Mahomes. Somehow, Hollywood Brown. No, that wasn't Brown. Oh, my God. I forgot he got hurt. Somehow, Juju Smith-Schuster makes the catch for the gain of 8. Good Lord. Somehow, someway, Smith-Schuster came down with that football and picked up a gain of what? Was it 8? No, that wasn't even close. A gain of 5. 2nd and 5 from the 32. Mahomes, caught by Kelsey. He'll be down a couple yards shy of the first down. Oh, look at that. Feels like the facial is just expanding in here. Like this part, it's just awkward. All right, 3rd down and 1. Mahomes pitches it to Brown, and he can't make the first down. Hollywood Brown. Now was the time to mention Hollywood Brown's name. And, of course, when I do, he doesn't pick it up. All right, 4th down and 1. Offense is still out there. They're going to go for this. Or are they maybe going to try to get Philly to jump? No, they're going for it. And he does not get it. He wasn't even close. It was a handoff to Kareem Hunt. He might have lost the football, too. Oh, that would be points for my opponent if that was a fumble recovered by Philly. So Hunt fumbled it, but it doesn't. Whether the Eagles recovered it or not doesn't matter. It's a turnover on downs, and it's Eagles football. So Chiefs, despite getting the football to start the second half, get no points out of it because they take a very dumb risk early. It was a manageable 4th and 1, but they just could not get it done. Ugh. All right. First down for Philly following the turnover on downs. Handoff to Barkley. Maybe 1 yard, if anything. He did not pick up much at all. Second down and 9. Hurts throws to Barkley. And again, he doesn't get much either. 2 consecutive plays to Barkley and have not produced much results. I think again, just 1 yard gained. And it is indeed just a single yard. It's going to be third down and 8. All right, third down and 8. Chiefs brought a blitz. Hurts, his pass is incomplete for Devontae Smith, and Smith's hurt. Smith is hurt. Devontae Smith is hurt. Has not gotten up since getting to the ground on that incompletion. Oh. I think he took a hard hit to the head as he went to the ground. Oh. That might be a concussion on Devontae Smith. They're going to take an injury timeout. That looked like a very hard hit. But Devontae Smith is down right now. Has not gotten up since he took that impact. Would be a huge loss for Philly if he can't get back out there. He's one of their star receivers. right, so Devontae Smith looks like he's on the sideline. He has been able to get, was able to get there. What looked to be under his own power, but currently getting some rest, as now the Eagles are lining up for a field goal here. Jake Elliott lines up for a 51-yard attempt. This to give the Eagles the lead. Good snap, good hold, kick is up. It is good. Eagles get 3 and they take the lead, 13-10. Oh, trying to finish as ice cream as fast as I can here. All right. Here is the kickoff to the Chiefs. Return from the 10. And brought down near the 30-yard line. Mahomes has not done well against the blitz today. Only 2 receptions for 19 yards, a sack, and has been pressured on 5 out of the 7 blitzes the Eagles have done. All right. On first down, hand off to Pacheco. He will get 5. Brings him a second down. All right, second down is 6. Mahomes, incomplete, broken up. Pass got batted down at the line of scrimmage. All right, 3rd down and 6 from their own 34. Mahomes under pressure. Throws to his left. Incomplete! Just off the reach of Thornton. It's 4th down. I thought he had it. Oh, man. Man, that looked like he had it. Now the Chiefs will have to punt this away. Ariza to kick it away. Fair caught at the 19-yard line. That'll be where Philly will take over. A flag comes down at the end of the kick, too. And the penalty's on the Eagles. Half of this is to the goal. All right. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. You guys get a chair cam. Chair cam activated. As soon as I get back on a second down play by the Eagles, Hurts tries to run away from the pressure just to get blasted for a sack. Damn. I gotta see this again. So Hurts has two Chiefs players on him, gets out of it, and then BAM! Wrestled down to the ground by a Chiefs defender. So now it's 3rd and 16 for Philly. Play clock at 1. Hurts gets it off. Here's a handoff. And not even close. A.J. Dillon will not have enough for the first down. It's going to be 4th down. Eagles will have to punt this away. Oh, and now I see what happened. Chiefs fumbled the ball. They haven't recovered any fumbles, but the Eagles have forced 2 fumbles on the Chiefs. Punt goes into the end zone for a touchback. What am I doing? I meant to switch possessions. Thank you. Thank you. Well, Jake Elliott was the better starter for me kicker-wise now. He's got 11 points, meaning I should have started him over Butker. Oh, wait, that second forced fumble that the Eagles had didn't count. They removed it. So 1 point does get taken off the board for the Eagles defense. All right, first down for the Chiefs. Mahomes wide open as Pacheco. Brought down at the 26-yard line. We'll get a gain of 6. All right, second down and 3. Give to Pacheco on the right side. He will He'll either get the first down or he's going to be shy of it. I'll say the loose hairs on the mustache here were getting annoying, so I did a quick shave here. So because the mustache hairs were starting to grow so long to the point where there were tiny ones like growing right here. Like that tiny little area, they were nipping at the lips here. So it was so painful. Okay, so the Pacheco does get the first down. They're now at the 30. Another handoff to Pacheco, and this time he gets blasted by the Eagles' defense, a gain of only 2. All right, second down at 7. Mahomes steps back. He's got Kelsey. Kelsey stiff arms the defender and all the way down inside the Eagles' 45-yard line. Travis Kelsey continues to thrive with that Mahomes to Kelsey connection. Stiff arms him not once but twice. Already 4 catches for 61 yards for Kelsey on the day. Coming up on 3:40 left in this third quarter. Now from the Eagles' 44, Mahomes will run and step out of bounds for what looked to be a gain of 3. Brings up second down. All right, second down at 7. From the 41. Mahomes steps back, quick throw. It is caught somehow! How did Hollywood Brown come away with that catch? There were 2 Eagles players on him. I thought that was incomplete. Oh, man, he threaded the needle. On a bobble from the Eagles, Brown was still able to snag it and make the catch. Oh, wow, what a catch. It's now third down and 1. Only 2 for 8 on third down conversions today. Gray's in motion. Hunt will push through and get the first down. Kareem Hunt will pick it up. Chiefs will continue their drive with the first down. All right, now from the 33-yard line of Philly. Noah Gray in motion. Takes the handoff to Pacheco. Mahomes throws. Makes a move. Hollywood Brown for the first down. Chiefs starting to find a little bit of momentum here on this drive. Not to mention the fact Hollywood Brown juked out the defender that was covering him to pick it up. Makes an amazing juke move to move the chains. Now from the 22. Under a minute left to go in the third. On first down, Pacheco gets the handoff, and that was not a good choice. Swarmed up immediately by the Eagles. He will lose 2 yards. Oh my God, Jalen Carter is out there. Number 98. Loss of 2, second down at 12. Mahomes throws wide open. Thornton out of bounds. Solid gain. Looked like it was a gain of 8. And we are now at the end of the third quarter. Eagles up 13-10, but Chiefs are closing in on that end zone. We'll see if they can get in the end zone and take the lead when the fourth quarter starts in a moment. And as they go to commercial, I realized that my mic was not unmuted. God dang it. They had a third down down situation. They were 1 yard shy. They did not pick up the first down on the 4th down and 1. Kareem Hunt was able to pick it up. But why on earth did they take another commercial break? I don't understand that. All right, 1st and goal for the Chiefs. Turns out there was an injury timeout because an Eagles defensive player was injured. All right, so he's getting checked down the sidelines. 1st and goal from the 10. Hunt will push through, get 4. All right, 2nd and goal from the 6. Play clock at 1. Mahomes throws it, incomplete, it's intercepted! Picked up by the Eagles! Makuba back the other way! Tripped up inside the 40-yard line! Great. That's just what I need is for the Eagles defense that my opponent is starting to come through with a play like that. That's just what we need. Now his defense is going to score what? 2 points? For the interception? 2 points. Great. That's more points for him, no points for me, and I'm about to lose to this guy and go 0-2. Freaking Adam, man. I can't stand anybody right now that I'm losing to. It's always members of my team that don't want to do anything, and it's members of my opponent's team that want to dominate. I don't know what it is. Fucking damn it. I wanted the Eagles to allow more points, not for them to get defensive plays like this. Ridiculous, man. First down for Philly following the interception. Pass was intended for Kelsey. It slipped out of his hands into the hands of the defender for the interception, man. God dang it. Saquon Barkley picks up a single yard on first down. Well, it turned out there was a defensive hold. So it's an Eagles first down. Toss to Barkley. He gets 7, maybe 8 yards on that play. Golly. Gain of 7, 2nd and 3. Hurts keeps it, throws to a wide open receiver for the first down. Damn. First down now from the Chiefs 31. Barkley again. No, gets nothing on that one. Nothing at all. Second down from the 31. Hurts throws tipped and incomplete and nearly picked up. There were 2 Chiefs players in the vicinity, and neither one could come away with the pick. Oh man, I thought this was going to be picked right back. Oh, dang, man. Seriously thought they had it. Third down coming up for Philly. Crowd and Arrowhead going crazy. This is a close game. I mean, anything's still possible here. Third down and 10 from the 31. Chiefs bring up blitz. Hurts airs it out for Smith. He's got it. Smith down at the 4. Devontae Smith, after apparently looking like he was injured earlier in the game, comes back and picks up a massive first down for Philly. Beats Trent McDuffie, who was in coverage. It's first and goal for the Eagles. From the 3. Barkley, no! Chris Jones stopping Saquon Barkley for a loss. They go backwards. It's now going to be second to go from about the 6-yard line. I should say that from to the 5. 2nd and goal. Back to Barkley again. He will not get in, but Barkley picks up 4. 3rd and goal coming up. Third and goal from the 1. They try to sneak it in. Officials don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get in. It's 4th and goal. Hurts took the snap, tried to get in, and he did not. But I think they're going to be in the same exact formation on 4th and goal. Offense staying out there. They're going for it. And a challenge flag is thrown. Sirianni throws the challenge flag. He thinks there's a touchdown unfolding. He thinks that Hurts was in on that 3rd down play. Take a look at it here. I don't know, man. Hell of a throw from Sirianni for the challenge flag, though. They're going to take a look at this. The ruling on the field was that Hurts was short of the end zone on the 3rd and goal play. Sirianni's challenging, thinking that he was in for the touchdown. So it looks like the ruling has stood. Hurts was indeed short. Fourth and goal, they try the same thing. And this time it works. Touchdown, Eagles. Eagles Eagles get themselves the touchdown anyway. The signature tush push move that not even the Chiefs can stop. Here's the extra point by Jake Elliott. It is good. It's a 20-10 lead for Philly, and the Eagles are able to cash in points off of the interception. Apparently, the Eagles didn't lose a timeout. I think it was an automatic review rather than the challenge. If the Chiefs don't do anything to get themselves into the end zone and score, I may be in trouble this week and may have an 0-2 start. All right, here's the kickoff. Back to the Chiefs. Here's the return. And Smith will get down it at the 26. Chiefs have got to get something done. The last 3-game losing streak as a starting quarterback for Mahomes was in 2016 at Texas Tech. Has never had a 3-game losing streak in his NFL career. But it could be on the verge of happening here if they don't do something today. First down from the 26. That scoreboard for Fox just keeps on going in and out and in and out, and I don't like it. Mahomes, under some pressure. He will run. He only get 3 yards as he's forced out of bounds. Ugh. Second down at 7. Mahomes to Kelsey off his hands. Dropped and incomplete. It's third down. Third down at 7. Mahomes throws incomplete for Noah Gray. I think the Chiefs just went 3 and out. Oh boy. And Chiefs will have to punt this away right back to Philly. Here's the kick. Return from the 1. Tripped up at the 16-yard line. Jahan Dotson doesn't go very far on the return. Eagles will take over in just a moment. Whew. All right, first down for Philly. They start from their own 16-yard line. Barkley runs into a little bit of a wall. He'll pick up 4 yards on the carry. All right, second down at 6. Barkley will push through. He is going to get 5. It's going to be a yard shy. It's going to be 3rd and 1. You could take a wild guess as to what they're going to have planned now. 3rd and 1. There's no question they're going to go with their signature move. Yep, they're lined up in that formation. And they're going to get it. Watch. Yep. They got it. Why am I not surprised? It's their signature move, man. It always works for them. It always works. Every single time it works. On first down from the 26. And they whistle this play dead. Wow. And yeah, I should have removed the Eagles' first timeout because of the failed challenge. The score bug made me think otherwise. But that was actually the Eagles' second timeout. So they're now going to be down to just 1. Good God, is that Megan Trainor in a State Farm ad with Patrick Mahomes? What does this ad universe come to? On first down, Barkley gets blasted. No gain. America's Game of the Week next Sunday. Cowboys at the Bears. Sweet Jesus. After today's game against the Giants, I have no hope in them beating the Bears. Oh, excuse me. On second down, Barkley cannot get anything again. Turned out Barkley had picked up 1 on first down, but on this second down play, not so much. It's nothing. This is going to be a third down and what looks to be 10 for the Eagles. Third down from the 26. Ertz throws. It's going to be caught by Dallas Goedert, I believe. Nope, that is Calcaterra. But it is not going to be enough for the first down. Oh, did the Chiefs just burn all their timeouts? What the heck? Ain't no way they had one timeout left. Oh, all these inconsistencies with the Fox score bug, man. And the score bug is off the screen. Lovely. All right, here's the punt. Oh, boy, that was dangerous. It's fair caught at the 30-yard line. Uh-oh, some tensions flaring after the punt. You don't want to complicate things for your offense. There's no way the Chiefs used their final timeout. Like, do they really have? Do they really have none remaining? You got to be kidding me. On first down for the Chiefs. Stop getting defensive plays. Oh, my God. They just sacked Mahomes. That's another point for him. Are you serious? Why does my opponent have to keep scoring? My team doesn't want to score, but his does. Ridiculous. Mahomes going deep, and what was he thinking? Thornton wasn't even close. Such a bad throw, man. They just allowed him to get sacked. Why not give him another point? For crying out loud, dude. The Denver defense is only going to have 1 point for me. 1! Guess I'll just remove the timeouts, since apparently they do indeed not have any. Third down and 13. Pass is broken up. But a flag gets thrown at the end. The Chiefs get bailed out. Roughing the passer on Philadelphia. It's going to be a first down. .350 left. First down from the 40 after the penalty. Mahomes steps back. Throws it low, and it's incomplete for Noah Gray. On second down, Mahomes takes another deep shot. It is incomplete. Thornton cannot haul it in. Thornton loses his helmet in the process, too. Third down from the 40. Mahomes throws, caught for the first down. They're now at the Philadelphia 39. Quick snap. Mahomes is going to run. Pump fakes for some reason past the line of scrimmage as he gets a gain of 5. And the Chiefs get bailed out again. A flag comes down at the end of the play, and it's on the Eagles. Automatic first down. Is it roughing the passer again? Actually, I take that back. No, it's on the Chiefs for offensive holding. They go backward. It's 1st and 20. Mahomes going deep again. Yes! Caught! Touchdown! Tyquan Thornton in the end zone! And the Chiefs get a touchdown! Holy crap! Mahomes took a lot of deep shots. And Tyquan Thornton finally makes the catch for the score. It's a 4-point deficit for the Chiefs. Insanity. Extra point is good. It's back to a 3-point deficit. Wow. Incredible. Broncos defense had 0 points. Wow, the Broncos actually lost. The Broncos actually lost to the Colts after allowing a game-winning field goal. So they get no points for points allowed, and the 1 sack negates everything. Wow. Denver defense for me got 0. 0. They get a goose egg. You gotta be kidding me, man. That's just unlucky. Had I started the Rams defense instead of Denver's like I originally planned, I would have had 9 points and I would have been dominating my opponent. But no, it's still favor for him to win. Meanwhile, the Chiefs are going to go for an onside kick here. Here's the return, and it's easily recovered by the Eagles. Kick didn't even go 10 yards. Eagles can just run this thing down pretty much, because the Chiefs have no way of stopping this clock. First down for Philly from the 41-yard line. Barkley will get 9. If the Eagles get essentially a first down, this game's over. 2nd and 1. And flags are down. There may have been movement before the snap. If so, who jumped first? The Chiefs jumped. That's it. It's over. The Eagles are going to win. Eagles got a first down by penalty. Oh my God, that Chiefs player's stupid. Jumps over the line of scrimmage. Oh, it wasn't even they picked up the flag. It wasn't even a penalty. They originally called him for going over the line of scrimmage for a neutral zone infraction. But then they all of a sudden just pick it up. So it's 2nd and 1. But it's a sneak. Anytime it's a something and 1, they're going to pick it up every time. We are now at the 2-minute warning. It's either going to be a 3rd down or a 1st down. Oh boy, they didn't get the first down before the 2-minute warning. It's now 3rd and 1. I'd be amazed if they didn't get it. They're going to. Now they got it. I'm just going to give it to them. Yep, they got it. First down. This is over. Chiefs are going to lose. The Eagles are going to improve to 2-0. Officials took a look at it and thought maybe he may have been short, but there's no way. Not when they have their signature move intact. The Eagles, I think, are going to cruise their way to a victory here. Eagles use their last timeout. Couple kneel downs, this thing's over, folks. There's one kneel down by Hurts. Second one down coming up. I think Hurts can just take one more and this will be over. Leave it to the Eagles to do their signature brotherly shove move, and it just renders unstoppable even for the Chiefs. Can't nobody stop them when they got that signature move intact. And there it is. Final kneel down by Hurts. It's over. So the Chiefs, their upcoming schedule, they've got at the Giants, home against the Ravens, at Jacksonville, and then they go at home against the Lions. But none of that matters, folks. Chiefs are off to an 0-2 start, and Mahomes loses his third straight game for the first time in his NFL career. He suffers a 3-game losing streak. Chiefs have an 0-2 record for the first time since 2014, when it was Andy Reid's second season as head coach. And here we are in 2025. Chiefs will fall short. The Eagles come away with the victory, 20-17. So, folks, that's going to wrap things up here for this game. We're going to be set for Sunday Night Football here in about an hour. It's going to be an interesting one, as we're going to have Michael Penix Jr. taking on J.J. McCarthy, as the Atlanta Falcons will travel to Minnesota, take on the Vikings. And I'll hopefully have Snark with me. He may be a little late, but trust me, he will be on for this game as well. So, I will see you guys later tonight. But until then, I'll see you guys in about an hour. But until then, I'm JC signing off for now, saying thanks for watching. We'll be back in an hour as we continue week 2 of the NFL season. Peace out, everyone.